first express entry draw of April 2025 sent 825 PR invitations. The first express entry draw of April 2025 marked another significant milestone in Canada's immigration strategy, issuing 825 invitations to apply for permanent residency. This video continued the trend of targeted invitations, reflecting Canada's evolving economic needs and commitment to welcoming skilled newcomers. Canada's immigration engine roared to life on April 14, 2025, with Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada announcing the first express entry draw of the month. This time, it's all about the provincial nominee program, with 825 invitations to apply issued to candidates boasting a comprehensive ranking system cutoff score of 764. It's a high-stakes start to April, spotlighting Canada's strategy to hand-pick talent nominated by provinces and territories to fuel regional growth. If you're chasing the Canadian dream, this draw is a neon sign of where priorities lie and what it takes to win big in 2025. In this deep dive, we'll unpack the PNP-focused draw and reveal how this fits into Canada's broader immigration game plan. From labor shortages to provincial power plays, here's everything you need to know about the 825 new hopefuls on the path to permanent residency, plus tips to get your own ITA in the next round. Full details of express entry draw today: 825 ITAs, 764 CRS cutoff. Today's draw targeted PNP candidates exclusively, issuing 825 ITAs with a CRS cutoff of 764. Date and time: April 14, 2025. CRS score of lowest ranked candidate invited, 764. Number of invitations issued, 825. Rank needed, 825 or above. Tie-breaking rule, August 17, 2024, at 18:35 and 52 seconds Universal Time Coordinated. For the uninitiated, PNP nominees are skilled workers handpicked by Canada's provinces and territories to meet local economic needs. Think nurses in Alberta, techies in Ontario, or tradespeople in British Columbia. A provincial nomination nets a massive 600 CRS points, catapulting candidates to the top of the express entry pool. This isn't a fluke, it's strategy. IRCC's been leaning into PNP draws in 2025, with over 5,000 PNP-specific ITAs issued in the first quarter alone. The April 14th draw continues this trend, aligning with Canada's goal to distribute growth beyond urban hubs like Toronto and Vancouver. Latest CRS score distribution in the pool. Why Canada's betting on provinces? Canada is not only creating opportunities but also providing provinces with the necessary resources. The PNP lets regions tailor immigration to their needs, and this 825 ITA draw proves it's working. A nomination isn't just 600 points, it's a fast track to PR for those who'll thrive locally. Take Saskatchewan's booming agriculture sector or Quebec's push for French-speaking talent, via its system, but PNP-aligned elsewhere. This draw likely scooped up engineers, healthcare workers, and tradespeople that provinces can't live without. With labor shortages biting, think 20% of Canadians over 65 and not enough young workers, PNP nominees are Canada's economic adrenaline shot. Who got the golden ticket? So, who's celebrating today? The 825 invitees are a select crew. Picture a 28-year-old software developer from India with a master's, 3 years of experience, and a CLB 9 in English nominated by Ontario for its tech boom. Or a 32-year-old nurse from the Philippines, tapped by New Brunswick to bolster its hospitals, with a solid base score plus that 600-point PNP boost. Boost your shot at the next PNP draw. No ITA today? Here's how to climb the CRS ladder for the next round. Nail language tests, a CLB 10, IELTS 8.0 plus, can add 100 plus points. Retake if you're close, every band matters. Stack work experience, 3 years or more in a skilled job maxes out points. Canadian experience? Even better. Upgrade education, a master's or PhD beats a bachelor's by 15 to 30 points. Get an ECA if you studied abroad. Target a province, research PNP streams, Alberta's tech-focused, BC loves trades. A nomination's your 600-point cheat code. Learn French, up to 50 bonus points for bilingualism, especially if targeting Atlantic Canada. IRCC's free CRS calculator is your friend, plug in your stats and tweak. A base score of 175 to 200 plus a nomination could land you at 764 plus next time. What's next for express entry? This PNP express entry draw sets the tone for April. Expect another round around April 15th, maybe CEC focused, cutoffs 500 to 530, or French language, 370 to 410. PNP draws could stay frequent, with cutoffs yo-yoing between 700 to 800 depending on nomination volumes. The job offer point removal might drop overall scores later this year, but for now, PNP's king. Canada's issued 26,000 plus ITAs in 2025 already, and 825 more today keep the momentum blazing. The 825 winners have 60 days to submit their PR applications. For everyone else, it's a call to action. Canada's doors are open, but the bar's high. Surge in Americans seeking Canadian citizenship growing in 2025. In 2025, a striking trend has emerged, a surge in Americans seeking Canadian citizenship, driven by concerns over safety, rights, and societal shifts in the United States. From members of marginalized communities to families seeking a secure future for their children, many are looking north for stability and opportunity. This phenomenon, fueled by political changes and evolving social climates, has sparked unprecedented interest in reclaiming Canadian roots or forging new ties to Canada. With Canada's passport ranking 7th globally, granting visa-free access to 186 countries, it's a beacon for those seeking security and mobility. This in-depth exploration dives into the reasons behind this movement, the diverse groups involved, and the pathways making it possible. Who's making the move? The wave of Americans seeking citizenship in Canada is remarkably diverse, spanning age groups, professions, and backgrounds. Unlike past trends, where post-election inquiries typically came from affluent retirees, today's applicants reflect a broader cross-section of society. 1. LGBTQ+ individuals and families. Members of the LGBTQ+ community are among the most prominent groups seeking Canadian citizenship. Concerns about diminishing protections, such as challenges to same-sex marriage or transgender healthcare, have prompted many to act. Parents, in particular, are motivated to provide their children with a safer, more inclusive environment. 2. Young professionals and families. Younger Americans, including professionals in tech, healthcare, and education, are also exploring Canadian opportunities. Many are drawn by Canada's merit-based immigration systems, which offer pathways for skilled workers. Families, meanwhile, prioritize access to quality education and universal healthcare, seeing Canada as a place to build a brighter future. 3. Retirees and older adults. While older adults have always been a part of immigration trends, their motivations have shifted. Today, retirees are less focused on escaping winter climates and more concerned with avoiding cultural and political strife. Many with Canadian ancestry are reclaiming citizenship to reconnect with their roots. Additionally, they would like to keep the door open for Canadian citizenship for their children. 4. Lost Canadians, reclaiming heritage. A unique subset of applicants includes so-called lost Canadians, individuals with Canadian parents or grandparents who were previously ineligible for citizenship due to restrictive laws. Recent policy changes have opened doors for these individuals, allowing them to restore their ties to Canada. Canada's open door, policy changes facilitating the move. Canada's immigration system has become more accessible recently, particularly for those with familial ties to the country. A key development is the interim policy addressing lost Canadians, announced by former Immigration Minister Mark Miller in March 2025. This directive grants citizenship to individuals born or adopted abroad who were previously excluded due to legislative gaps. 1. The Bill C-71 initiative. The Lost Canadians policy targets individuals with genuine connections to Canada, such as those with Canadian parents or grandparents, who were denied citizenship under earlier rules limiting descent to the first generation. This change has been a lifeline for many Americans seeking to reclaim their heritage. However, the policy is temporary, raising questions about its long-term impact. Advocates hope that stalled legislation, such as Bill C-71, will eventually provide a permanent solution. For now, the stopgap measure is fueling a surge in applications, offering hope to thousands. 2. Streamlined immigration pathways. Beyond citizenship, Canada offers various immigration streams for Americans, including express entry for skilled workers and family sponsorship programs. These pathways appeal to those who may not qualify for citizenship but still wish to relocate. Immigration lawyers report that many clients are exploring temporary residency options while pursuing permanent status. Challenges and considerations. While the prospect of Canadian citizenship is appealing, applicants face several hurdles. Processing times, ircc backlogs can delay applications, particularly for complex cases involving lost Canadians. Cost, legal fees, documentation, and relocation expenses can add up. Adjustment, adapting to Canada's climate, job market, and cultural nuances requires planning. U.S. obligations, Americans must navigate tax responsibilities and other legal ties to their home country. Despite these challenges, the allure of Canada's stability and inclusivity outweighs the obstacles for many. The influx of Americans seeking Canadian citizenship raises questions about the future of US-Canada relations and the global migration landscape. Canada's willingness to embrace newcomers strengthens its reputation as a beacon of progressivism, but it also highlights the growing discontent in the US. As more individuals look north, Canada may face pressure to balance its immigration capacity with domestic needs. Concept of dual citizenship in Canada. One of the most appealing aspects of moving to Canada is the country's acceptance of dual citizenship. Unlike some nations that require individuals to renounce their original citizenship, Canada allows citizens to hold passports from multiple countries. This flexibility is particularly attractive for Americans who wish to maintain ties to their homeland while enjoying the benefits of Canadian residency. Benefits of dual citizenship. Global mobility. Holding a Canadian passport alongside a US one provides greater travel flexibility. Canada's passport ranks among the world's most powerful, granting visa-free access to over 185 countries, according to the Henley Passport Index 2025. Access to services. Dual citizens can access Canada's healthcare system, education benefits, and social services while retaining the ability to return to the US for work or family obligations. Security and stability. Dual citizenship offers a safety net, allowing individuals to relocate to Canada during times of unrest in the US without severing ties completely. Cultural connections. For those with Canadian heritage, dual citizenship provides a way to reconnect with their roots while embracing their American identity. Legal considerations. Canada's Citizenship Act permits dual citizenship, but applicants should be aware of US regulations, which generally allow dual citizenship but may impose tax obligations on American citizens living abroad. Consulting with an immigration expert is essential to navigate these complexities. Why Canada? The appeal of the Great White North. Canada's allure lies in its blend of opportunity, inclusivity, and stability. Key factors drawing residents of US include: universal healthcare. Access to publicly funded healthcare is a major draw, especially for families and retirees. Multiculturalism. Canada's commitment to diversity resonates with those seeking inclusive communities. Economic opportunities. A strong job market, particularly in tech and healthcare, attracts skilled professionals. Natural beauty. From the Rockies to the Maritimes, Canada's landscapes offer a serene backdrop for new beginnings. Looking ahead, the future of American immigration to Canada. As political and social dynamics in the US continue to evolve, the trend of Americans seeking Canada citizenship is likely to persist. Canada's immigration policies, while not perfect, provide viable pathways for those seeking change. Whether driven by fear, hope, or a desire for stability, these individuals are reshaping the narrative of cross-border migration. For now, immigration lawyers remain busy, guiding clients through a transformative journey. People are serious about this, says Deloges. They're not just exploring, they're acting. As more Americans discover the possibilities of life in Canada, the Great White North is poised to welcome a new wave of dreamers, seekers, and builders. The growing number of US residents seeking Canadian citizenship reflects a profound desire for safety, acceptance, and opportunity. From lost Canadians reclaiming their heritage to families fleeing cultural divides, this movement underscores Canada's role as a haven in uncertain times. While challenges remain, the promise of a brighter future drives thousands to take the leap. For those considering the journey, Canada offers more than just a new address, it offers a chance to belong. As this trend gains momentum, the stories of those who've made the move will inspire others to follow, forging a new chapter in the shared history of these two nations. Is a job offer still important for getting Canadian permanent residency? Despite recent changes to Canada's express entry system, having a job offer is still valuable for anyone who wants to become a permanent resident. On March 25, 2025, the Government of Canada announced that express entry candidates will no longer receive an additional 50 or 200 comprehensive ranking system points for having qualifying arranged employment. Despite this change, those with job offers are still strong candidates for Canadian immigration. Here's why. Many pathways require job offers to qualify. There are a number of pathways to permanent residency that require candidates to have a job offer. Provincial nominee programs, job offer streams. One route to obtaining Canadian permanent residence is to receive a nomination from a provincial nominee program. Almost all provinces of Canada have provincial nominee programs to help meet immigration and labor market needs. PNPs have multiple immigration streams, which group applicants based on their skills, work experience, or connection to the province. Out of 80+ PNP streams, almost half of the streams require job offers. Getting a job offer from an employer in the province you wish to settle can help you qualify for provincial nomination. After obtaining a nomination, you would apply to the federal government for permanent residence. Atlantic Immigration Program. The federal government also has immigration programs that require job offers from designated employers. One such example is the Atlantic Immigration Program, a pathway for PR for skilled foreign workers and international graduates who want to live and work in and of Canada's 4 Atlantic provinces. These are New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, and Newfoundland and Labrador. Among other requirements, to be eligible for the AIP you need a job offer from a designated employer and must have that job offer endorsed by the province. AIP applicants can also get a work permit for up to 24 months so they can work for their employer as their PR application is being processed by the federal government. Rural Community Immigration Pilot. Earlier this year, the federal government announced the launch of the Rural Community Immigration Pilot to spread the benefits of immigration to smaller rural communities. There were 14 communities selected to participate in this pilot. To be eligible, candidates must meet certain eligibility criteria including work experience, language proficiency, educational qualifications, and proof of funds. They must also have a genuine offer of employment from a designated employer within the community. Francophone Community Immigration Pilot. Canada also launched the Francophone Community Immigration Pilot earlier this year. This is a pathway to permanent residency for foreign nationals with an intermediate level of French who want to work and settle in certain Canadian communities. 6 communities in total were chosen to participate in this pilot. To be eligible, candidates need to demonstrate work experience, educational qualifications, settlement funds, language proficiency in French, and have a genuine letter of employment from a designated employer that meets specific conditions. Temporary to permanent pathways. Besides making foreign nationals eligible for certain PR pathways, having a job offer can help foreign nationals or temporary workers in Canada qualify for express entry. Gaining CRS points through Canadian work experience. A job offer no longer awards applicants with CRS points under arranged employment. But express entry candidates can still gain up to 180 CRS points for Canadian work experience. Getting a job offer to work for a Canadian employer on a work permit can be an important stepping stone in a foreign national's temporary to permanent status journey. Canadian work experience is one of the factors listed under core/human capital factors of the CRS system. Even 1 year of Canadian work experience awards 40 CRS points, which greatly improves a candidate's chances at receiving an invitation to apply for Canadian PR. Here is a breakdown of how many points a foreign national stands to gain by having Canadian work experience under core human capital. Canadian work experience can also contribute to points under the skill transferability factors. In this section, candidates are given points based on how different qualifications such as their language skills, education, Canadian work experience, and foreign work experience combine. Those with Canadian work experience can earn points on the following. A candidate with Canadian work experience can score up to 100 CRS points by maximizing 2 skill transferability factors. Qualifying for Canadian Experience Class. Canadian Experience Class is one of the 3 programs managed under Express Entry. To be eligible for CEC, candidates must have completed at least 1 year of full-time, skilled work experience in Canada within the past 3 years. In 2025, IRCC will prioritize CEC candidates for Express Entry. This approach is in line with Express Entry draws in late 2024 and early 2025, alternating between CEC, Provincial Nominee Program, and French language proficiency draws. In contrast, Express Entry has not held a general draw since April 2024. For foreign nationals, securing a job offer and gaining 1 year of skilled work experience in Canada can significantly improve their chances of receiving an invitation to apply for permanent residence under the CEC. With 825 new candidates moving forward in the permanent residency process, the April draw underscores Canada's ongoing reliance on skilled immigrants to fuel its labor market and demographic growth. As the Express Entry system adapts to shifting priorities, staying informed about draw trends and eligibility criteria remains essential for those hoping to make Canada their new home. That is all for today, in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later, in the next video. Till then, take care.